It's a good day in Colorado. Today we are going to talk on Real Estate Fanatics, all about riches and niches, but more specifically, how to find a niche. So a lot of people are kind of always looking at do I enjoy real estate? Do I not enjoy real estate? Looking really at things of what would I enjoy about doing real estate? How can I be more successful? How can I be more specific? How can I find like-minded people and that makes my job fun and doing business at the same time? Well, that's really going to be about finding a niche. Most successful people actually are really good at having a niche already. And so today we want to talk about that on Real Estate Fanatics. More to come on that in just a minute. However, before we begin, if you want to talk anything about real estate, it's right down below. Hit me on that Calendly link. We have quite a few people reaching out to us, so our schedules are kind of filling up and booking up. So please connect with us. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be real estate. We can talk about anything. Just hit it on there. So also subscribe to our channel, which is right here. Click the notification bell. Put any comments in there. We'd love to connect with you. And at the end of this video, we will give you an opportunity to have any of our systems, 56 touch plans, buyer presentations, listing presentations, you name it. We've got it all dialed in. Feel free to comment and we'll be happy to share that information with you. So back to riches and niches, and specifically, how do you find those niches? Well, I look at it two different ways. Way number one is your client base. Like, how do you find clients out of a niche that you want to get into, a niche that perhaps you're already in? A second piece would be more along the property line. So luxury, mobile home, manufactured homes, commercial, right? Whatever it is you want to get into from a property service type atmosphere. So the first area we want to really look at is, where's your clients coming from? Like, what do you do? I would encourage you to make a list. Make a list of all the different groups that you're part of and be creative. Like, you may be in a mom's group. You may be in a dad sporting coaching environment. Maybe you coach youth sports, right? Maybe you're a member of a baseball association like I used to be back in the day with youth sports. It could be a PTO with the school systems. It could be a church affiliation there. It could be a veterans community, right? Just look at things that your programming and what your history has put you into and start exploring those options. Write those lists down. Those are groups of people that typically already at least know you. Most will probably like you, not all. However, you're already kind of ingrained to those things. Could be an HOA board, right? As I think of things, I'll keep throwing them out there. It could be your significant other is in a small business, right, group. It could be your significant other or parents or friends or anybody is already in some other groups like CPAs, tax accounting, like lawyers, whatever those groups may be. Your question is, if you're not into those niches, do you want to be into those niches? One great example that I like to share that I thought an agent did that was really creative in the local market here was they have like a bachelor, the show The Bachelor. I don't watch it. It's not for me. However, there's a lot of people that it's for. So they go over every week. They have hors d'oeuvres. They have cocktails. They all watch the hour episode or whatever it is. And it's an opportunity to build a niche, right? They're building a niche of like-minded people that enjoy that show. I have another friend of mine that was in real estate here for a while, and he was into racing cars locally. He's got a car club. He knows a lot of people. I've got another friend that has old school cars, right? And there's a club for that where they're always going out every weekend and showing off their cars. Find those niches that you enjoy doing. Why not go out and talk about cars if you like cars on a weekend, and it's naturally going to build trust because you get to know people. You're not selling them anything. You naturally put in that you're a real estate agent through those conversations, and all of a sudden you have a community, right? That's what I look at niches here, is more like a community. Churches are really powerful if you're involved at a high level of the church. I think there's not right ways to do that. You don't go into a church and go like, I'm a real estate agent. That's not what church is for, right? But people are building trust with you. They know you. The more you're involved in that church, the longer you've been in that church, the more known you are, the more liked you are, the more trusted you are. You're going to be chosen to be a real estate agent if they get to know that you are a real estate agent, right? Find those opportunities. Could be, like I said, parent groups. It could be just, you name it. There's so many groups out there that's what I'd call a niche. And what you enjoy doing as a niche looks different than what I enjoy doing as a niche. So find those niches and then take it and be specific about it. Meaning, it's good to be in those groups, but if you don't ever really have a chance, or you don't have a way to push that you're a real estate agent without being salesy or gross about it, it's not really going to ever take off to the next level. So you have to find creative ways to be intentional, and you're not going to go into church on Sunday morning and go, I got CMAs, who wants a CMA, right? You're not going to do those kind of things. Yet there's ways to have conversations with people like, hey, what do you do for a living? Cool, I'm whatever, a janitor. And what do you do for a living, Mike? Oh, I'm in real estate, Oh, really, where at? Oh, that's this particular city, right? Those conversations will naturally happen if you be a little more intentional about it. I believe intentionality is what makes this all really successful. For me, when I go on business trips, I go on for the purpose of being very intentional. And that intentionality is, hey, I'm going to go meet with 5 people at a conference, even though there's thousands of people there. I'm going to sit down and have a conversation with them. That's more memorable and intentional than just showing up and figuring it out when I get there, right? I digress, but that's really what you have to focus on is the intentionality in your niches. What does that look like? And then what I do is kind of layer stacking, right? And layer stacking might be, okay, if I'm part of a HOA, do I have the ability then to farm in that area as well? So if I'm an HOA board member, I probably am known maybe in the community, and then I can use that to market through snail mail, through Facebook groups, through next door neighbor, you name it, right? There's a lot of opportunities to really what I call layer stack onto that. Do door knocking in the area, so on and so forth. So a lot of opportunities. If you're on a PTO, that could be the same thing, right? Or PTA, I don't know what they call it, but part of the school system. You can then go into the neighborhoods, right, that support those schools, or the kids go to those schools. Your name's probably already known as being on the board. Use that as sharing of information. Sending out flyers, right? Putting just sold signs up in yards when you have listings and taking pictures and put them on Facebook, social media groups in the neighborhood. Sending out just a monthly status report to the neighbors of how houses are doing, for sale and what their list to sales price is, right? There's just a lot of ways you can do this. But being very narrow and specific is important. So the second piece of that I would look at is properties, right? Are you looking to do luxury? And a lot of people want to jump right into luxury because of the price points and the commissions that are paid on that. Well, it takes a little more than that. Luxury is a lot about who you know, what your people you affiliate with, right? That's the niche kind of thing. Who do you affiliate with? Who do you rub shoulders with? That's going to get you into that market. It could be trailer homes. It could be land. There's a lot of niches out there. One of the niches typically, though, is just a local neighborhood and really zoning in on it. I think too many times in real estate, we look at the geographical picture and go, wow, there's a lot of houses in all of northern Colorado, as an example. That's a lot of people. Very hard to email market to that. It's very hard to target marketing to a large geography. I get it. You're going to have buyers and sellers come in across the geography, yet your marketing target should be at what I will call a niche. And that niche would be a specific zone, geography, whatever, right? So the point being is, really looking at niching in a couple different ways. One is, who do you hang out with? Who do you associate with? Have fun with that. You enjoy doing that. If I'm a race car driver, I enjoy the heck out of probably being down at the track. I enjoyed talking shop and working on cars together, right? What are those niches? Use those to then level up to the next level, which is have real estate conversations casually. Don't taint the relationship by just being gross and just talking nothing but real estate. But there's tactical, smart ways to do that and have that conversation come in. Then ultimately you want to look at, different types of where you want to be an expert in. Is it military relocations? Is it luxury? What is it that you're looking to do based on your environment? What you like to do looks different than what I like to do, and you just have to find where your path is. Makes your job fun. You're going to align with people that you already know and like, typically because you're probably in like a race car club because you enjoy it. You're not doing it because you're like, I just one more thing to do. Yay. You're absolutely enjoying it. So those clients that you work with are probably going to be similar to your personality, similar to your likes and desires. And that's who we want to work with, right? It's people that are like us, not people that are opposite of us. Being your authentic self, working with authentic people like yourself is going to be a much funner and more enjoyable business. So cool. Hope that was helpful for you today. All about niches and how to specifically find a niche for yourself. I think that's really critical to longevity of your business. If you found this valuable, put some comments down below, subscribe to our channel. Here's my IHG Calendly link. Reach out to me. Happy to talk about that anytime. Talk about anything, anytime. If you put a comment in there about a system that you need and that maybe is a hole in your business, please go ahead and put that down in there and we'd be happy to share any of our systems with you. Thanks.